Hey crypto fam, welcome to another Asset Explainer video by Exodus. This episode is dedicated to a popular blockchain called Icon and its native token ICX. Icon ICX came out in late 2017, and in early January 2018 it saw its all-time high, almost touching $11, with an over $4 billion total market cap. Since then, however, it's seen a decline in both, settling around 40 cents in price and $200 million in the market. But that's enough to hold on to the 53rd position among the thousands of cryptocurrencies. Are you an ICX crypto holder? What is your ICX price prediction? Let us know in the comments below why you like ICX coin and if you think it will ever reach another all-time high. And now, without further ado, let's answer the question, what is Icon ICX? Hyperconnect the world. This is Icon's motto, and they describe the project as a decentralized network of blockchain communities. What does that mean? In a few words, Icon tries to create what would be best described as a digital global nation. Seriously, even the terminology they use is borrowed from the structures and mechanisms of a republic. In fact, the whole Icon crypto network is called the Icon Republic. And it makes sense because the way the network works could easily be compared to a modern republic, like the United States. And if you're thinking, yeah, that's not the way to pique my interest in Icon, Chris, bear with me. As similar as the models may be, they're also quite different because Icon uses blockchain technology to back this digital republic, bringing significant changes to the way we understand governance and individual incentives. So, this republic consists of many communities that can communicate and transact with each other through the Icon network. A community can be anything from an organization, a group of similar institutions like healthcare, financial institutions, schools, even governments, or a cryptocurrency blockchain like Bitcoin or Ethereum. Each community operates with its own set of rules, and participants in the community can elect their community representative, or C-Rep, to represent their interests in the Icon network, pretty much like the constituents of a state elect their Congress to represent their interests. Now, at the same time, Iconists, which is the name that ICX coin holders affectionately go by, can stake their coins, and that gives them the right to vote for public representatives too, or P-Reps for short. While C-Reps are the representatives of their community to the Republic and they promote the community's interests, P-Reps are responsible for the network as a whole. They are the Republic's governing body. And Iconists can vote for their preferred P-Rep by delegating an amount of their staked ICX to them. The top 100 individuals or organizations that have the most ICX delegated to them are the network's P-Reps. The top 22 are the main P-Reps and are the ones responsible for mining and validating new blocks and governing the whole network. The next 78, the sub-P-Reps, add further security to the network by storing a copy of the ledger and making themselves available to replace a main P-Rep if necessary. This list is renewed every 42,130 blocks, and with a 2-second block production time, that amounts to roughly every 24 hours. And of course, the elected P-Reps receive rewards for securing and governing the network. But if you're only interested in investing in Icon, you can hold and exchange your Icon in Exodus. Exodus is a crypto application for your mobile device or your desktop that's home to over 100 cryptocurrency wallets and other crypto apps. Check the link above to learn more and download Exodus today. So as you probably figured out, Icon runs on a delegated proof-of-stake consensus mechanism, similar to another popular network, EOS. And as a result, there's ICX staking. This means that each ICX holder can stake a number of ICX tokens to gain voting power. When you stake your ICX, they become locked up, meaning you can't use them. In order to be able to use them again, you'll need to unstake them, which takes between 5 and 20 days. The exact time is dynamically calculated based on the total amount of ICX that's staked at any given time. The more staked ICX, the less time it takes to unstake. In this way, the network can't be easily manipulated by staking and unstaking large amounts of ICX quickly. But P-Reps are not the only thing an Iconists can vote for with their staked ICX. With the same staked ICX, you can vote for dApps that you think are useful to add value to the ecosystem and for ecosystem expansion projects, or what's called EEPs. EEPs are projects or activities that can contribute to the growth and expansion of the network, and you can vote for the ones you feel are doing the best job at that. The 100 dApps and EEPs with the most votes also receive rewards as an incentive to produce quality projects that advance the ecosystem. And what about incentives for voting with my staked ICX? Well, those exist as well. Each iconist that delegates ICX to the top 100 PREPs, dApps, or EEPs receives rewards in ICX for participating in the security and growth of the network. But beware, there are penalties too. If a PREP proves to be inactive or malicious, they can be disqualified and part of the ICX delegated to them will be burnt, meaning that you could lose some of your staked ICX if you vote for a not so good PREP. So make sure to do your due diligence before deciding where to cast your vote. If only there was something similar in the regular elections. This whole system of governance and rewards is called delegated proof of contribution, as it's designed to give rewards to those that actually contribute the most to the ecosystem. And it allows the Icon network to operate a fully decentralized, autonomous governance system without reliance on one single entity. Besides incentives and penalties to keep both representatives and iconists engaged and accountable at the same time, Icon puts great emphasis on the network being very adaptive. They understand that they can't predict everything in a fast-paced, ever-changing environment. So the governance model is designed to be flexible and be able to change quickly depending on the circumstances. And this happens with proposals that the PREPs can approve by 2/3 plus 1 of the majority. But this also happens by them adjusting how much the rewards are, making sure all the participants remain incentivized and the distribution of wealth and power is just. Or that's the idea at least. Another area where Icon innovates is that it can be an inflationary or deflationary system depending on the circumstances. If the network is not utilized very much and the transaction fees don't cover the costs of the rewards, new ICX are minted to cover the difference. But if there are many transactions and the fees exceed the rewards, no new ICX are minted. On the contrary, the excess ICX are burnt. Now all this is good and well, but what is the goal, you may ask? Well, the goal is to build a decentralized network with free market rules where everyone is incentivized to work directly or indirectly for the good of their communities and the network as a whole. And communities can use this digital, decentralized, and improved republic to communicate and transact with other communities. This can have applications that make things easier and more cost-effective for all parties involved in any number of industries, from insurance, capital markets, schools, universities, to healthcare, and even governments. And many of those industries are already using Icon. All of these, of course, happen automatically with smart contracts cleverly called SCORE. And SCORE here means smart contract on reliable environment. A big advantage of SCORE is that the language they use is the very popular Python, already used by millions of developers around the world. Icon has many more interesting things developing in their fledgling digital republic, and many details we didn't cover. But we only have so much time. So if you want to learn more about Icon, make sure to check their site and Medium channel by following the links below. And if you like this video, don't forget to click that like button and subscribe for more engaging content. But also make sure to let us know what makes you excited about Icon ICX. Is it the next best thing? And where will the price of ICX coin go? That's all for now. And until next time, hold on.